Well, welcome. We are back. It is officially the 2025 season. We've already kicked off. We're one game underway. A big game this past Friday night against Liberty Christian, where our Anna Coyotes came away victorious 31-28. We're going to get into all things about that game here in just a little bit.
But football's back.
Football is back. But off the start, I want to say thank you to our brand new sponsor of the Coyote Football Stat Show for the entire 2025 season. You see Phil Morgan with the mug over there. Farmers Bank and Trust. They are a phenomenal institution. But before we get too deep into that, Phil?
Hey, I'm Phil Morgan. Right? Back again, baby. Like Shady. Back again. Here we go.
Shady's back.
Look, I am so excited. I've been excited. I felt like a kid on Christmas Eve for a long time.
Yes.
We're not coaches, but man, I feel like we spent enough time around these kids in this program now that we're starting to get a little hyped up for things and a little bit more nervous and
a little bit.
I was a little nervous on Friday night, man.
We've
I'm
got
not
some
gonna lie.
kids that call us coach, and I'm just like, hey, listen, I'm not the one watching game film and giving you adjustments and game plans.
No,
I appreciate the respect, but
we watch film, but we don't know what to do with it all the time. We know what we're watching it for.
Yes.
We're looking for stats when we watch film. They're looking for strategies and things like that. But man, what a season, what a beginning. Man, I was just, like I said, I was torn up from the inside. I was just like, come on, let's get here. Friday night, come on.
Let's get here. But hey, you and I have gotten the pleasure of interacting with Farmers Bank and Trust a little bit already, getting to know some of the people over there. Yeah. Why don't we talk? You start with the kind of people they are over there, because there's some pretty good people over at Farmers Bank.
Yeah, man. I mean, just downright welcoming. Like they're just they're bend over backwards. They're extremely helpful. The thing that gets the most for me is just when they start talking community and wanting to be involved in the community and help and really kind of create that sense, that feel that I think that's why we do what we do. There's so much about community behind what we do. So it just seems like a really natural relationship. Farmers Bank has that kind of similar mindset, and the fact that they'll come in and they'll look and they'll see something like what we're doing and get behind it. That kind of stuff means a lot. It goes a long way.
It's a big deal to me, right? And it takes money to do what we do.
It does.
Not so that we can line our pockets, but so that we make sure we have the best gear we can get to highlight these students and these coaches in the best way possible, right?
Yep.
And we came from humble beginnings, and Farmers Bank came from humble beginnings and built their way up. And like you said, they're all about community. They want to see the community of Anna, Texas grow. And I love it when we sat down with Dan Edwards, kind of one of their branch managers over there.
Good guy.
Great guy, for sure. I just had to one-up you right there. One of the things that he talked about was how they are a bank that has some of the big bank resources, but they want that small town feel.
Yeah.
To always be at the core of who they are. And it's true. Like, I can text him about our account, because our Coyote Football Network account is with Farmers.
Yep.
And it's not just because they decided to sponsor us. It's because that's where we felt comfortable. Yep. And that's a big deal to me. Knowing that I could text Dan and be like, hey, I've got a question, or any of the other people at the branch be like, hey, I've got a question. Can you help me find a solution or an answer? And they are ready to do that.
Easy for me. Walked out after the first meeting. Like that's the place for us.
100%.
That's the place for us. Very cool. Hope you guys, if you have any banking needs, hope you'll give Farmers Bank and Trust a good look.
Yes.
But look, we got to talk about football, man. I'm thankful for Farmers Bank, but we got to dig in. What a gritty win, man. Ooh. That was a little close for comfort, but man, we pull it out. That was a championship level team, back-to-back state champs, well coached. Look, we talked noise beforehand, and I think the amount of noise we talk deserves also a little bit of it deserves equal praise. These guys were athletes. They were coming to get it. Cooper was going to get his touches. We knew that, but our team did what they had to do, and they came out on top, and that's ultimately what matters in the end. Coyotes leave with the W.
I get that W in there.
Get that dub.
Right.
Get that dub, baby.
W's in the chat if you're watching right now.
W's in
Real
the
quick,
chat. Let's go.
Up top, if you're watching right now and you haven't hit the subscribe button, do that.
Yeah.
And then just type a W in the chat. that's going to help other people find us that are
sure.
interested in what's going on, which only helps the exposure of these kids and these student athletes and these coaches, which is what we want.
I'm not going to lie. Look, for those that are in the know, welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new, first-timers, look, Score 84 has a life of its own, and it is definitely ramping up. We got T-shirts this last week.
Yeah,
we got T-shirts dropped off before the game. Score 84 T-shirts.
Those are going to come out at the right time.
I think they will.
They'll get donned at the right time.
And apparently it's gaining a little bit of momentum with people who've been at the coaches show, and there are a lot of people wanting to do that. So speaking of momentum, I think the name of the business is Captured Momentum that donated those. So we're super thankful for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, guys, that's awesome. So if you're looking for Score 84 T-shirts, they'll be out. There might be a link. I'm just saying there might be a link eventually. We'll see.
There certainly might. That image of me doing a side eye back at the camera probably just got captured by another media personality by someone somewhere. It's all good. Hey, listen, we've now rabbit trailed in about 12 different directions.
Yeah, that's right.
But all of it is because we're this giddy that we're back.
We're back, baby.
Hey, Friday night was awesome. We started to talk about it. I'm gonna say this, Coyote fans, y'all were incredible.
Electric.
They had 7 or 8 different false start, illegal motion, pre-snap penalties.
Incredible.
And a lot of those are caused by the nervousness that happens when the opposing sideline and the opposing fans get loud, right? I can think about the drive just to end the game, right? We go up 31-28, and the drive to end the game, they start with 3 consecutive false start penalties. And with each penalty, it was like our stadium, our fans were like dogs just frothing at the mouth, ready to go more and more.
It was so great. I didn't think we could get more volume. I thought we were allowed to start the drive. But then with it was wild. I mean, it was wild. Like it was, I know that you were up in the booth this week, which is a whole nother story. We won't dive too much into that. Providing a little color,
little color commentary,
put a little color on the broadcast,
little splash color in there.
But it was shocking the level that these guys could take it to. Amazing.
When I can clearly hear what is happening through the headset in over my ears and the glass panes in front of me. And I can clearly tell that the decibel reader or meter is getting louder and louder.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like, something special is going on. That's what we want every Friday night.
Yeah, man. Bring it every home game. And when we get the road, we got to be even louder. Yeah. They got to be surprised by what comes into their house.
We got to take that on the road with us.
Without a doubt. Travel, guys. Make plans. Get your opportunity to be a part of this road show, because I think there's something special on the horizon. I can't. I'm fully feasting on the hopium that is the Coyotes.
Listen, hey, I'll say it. There's 10 games in the regular season, 6 home, 4 away. We're asking for 4 nights of travel where you just absolutely blow out the opposing team stadium, and turn it into a home game. Turn it into the fun zone.
The fun zone, baby. Let's go.
The fun zone.
That's a shout out to Coach Parr.
There you go. It is. So listen, it was fun on Friday night. There were adjustments upon adjustments upon adjustments, especially in that second half. Our defense was phenomenal. Our offense was humming in the first half. A couple of hiccups there in the second half, and we'll get into some of those, right?
Yeah.
But let's do a little housekeeping real quick up top.
Let's do it.
So here's a couple of changes. The coaching staff approached us in the offseason and said, hey, we think going into the 2025 season that a win is deserving of a sticker for every varsity player.
Yeah.
Regardless of individual statistics. And we were like, yo, we're all for that.
100%.
If we can give out more stickers, let's
give out more
stickers.
Team, unity.
Every single player will get a sticker for a win. So that won't be something that we shout out every single week. No. Well, obviously, if we talk about a win, every kid got a sticker.
Yep.
District, I think the plan is to maybe hand out more than one. It's going to be a double it up. Boom,
double
boom.
it up for a district win.
But what we're going to highlight each week is the sticker-worthy plays according to our thresholds. It's not like 250 passing yards or 100 rushing yards, things like that.
And look, I know everybody does stuff on a Friday night. Every player's contribution matters. It's a game of inches. We all know the phrases and the sayings. And you're right. It is a game of inches, and everybody's contribution matters. But this show would be 4 hours, 5 hours long to recap every play of the game, because that's what it would end up coming down to. We are a stat show, so we have thresholds. That means there are going to be some weeks where maybe your kid or your best friend or your boyfriend or something doesn't get mentioned. They don't get mentioned, and it's okay, guys. Just take a deep breath. It's all going to be fine. We have to have those thresholds. We have to have those marks. These are things that we have determined ourselves by the industry kind of standard and by the standard. Okay, what's it telling us? Jacob deGrom's locked in. That's a whole nother sport. So there we go. But these are the standards that we've just got to that we've got to hold to, because this is stuff that the community would expect of us to do.
Yeah, and so we say that up front, just know, like, hey, this is no shade towards anybody else, but like we're gonna have fun celebrating kids all season long.
Yeah.
And so everybody's time in the sun will potentially come, and so we're excited about it. With that being said, man, we've rambled and talked and gone on, but
Our intro, baby.
Should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's talk about the offense.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life, from no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another, and much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, I'm going to kick it off, man.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going to talk about my quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
That's
man.
my quarterback. I gotta make the tier. That's my quarterback you're talking about.
A little T.O. shout out.
Look, number 8, Zyondre Williams. People are going to mess it up. They're going to mess it up. And it's not right that they mess it up. His name is Zyondre.
Yep.
You know, if you know him and your friends, you may get to call him Zy.
I call him Zy. Listen, I'm gonna self own up right here. Okay.
Uh-oh.
On the broadcast when I was doing color commentary, I got so excited about a play he made one time that I started like stumbling over my tongue. It felt like it grew eight times too big for my mouth, and I was getting some Zy, Z, Zay, Zo, Zy, Zy, and I was like, Zyondre. Oh my goodness! So like I got so excited at one point that I mispronounced it. Zy, that's my apologies. I know who you are. I know your name.
Zy, look at the humility from a brother. I mean, come on, this is nice. This is real humility.
I got so excited about a play. I can't even remember what play it was, but I got so excited. It may have been one of your quarterback glides where you went middle, juked right, and almost took the defender out of his shoes. And I was like, oh, right. And I started getting excited. So
let's go.
So listen, Zy, I'm gonna be better.
We've been holding some people accountable to some pronunciations though lately, haven't we?
Yep.
Like
yep.
I know on that broadcast they had an oops that had to get corrected pretty quick. We are the Coyotes, and there is no discussion about that. That is a non-starter. We are Coyotes to start. We are Coyotes to finish. We are Coyotes.
Non sequitur for all of you Ivy League people out there.
Wow. Okay, I'm not Ivy League, but what I am is a huge fan of number 8.
Me too.
2 stickers, right?
Yep.
We're going to hit him with 2 stickers. 22 and 37 on the night. Look, first of all, love it, right? Weren't afraid to throw the ball.
Nope.
Weren't afraid in a Seth Parr offense. Go figure. They weren't afraid to throw the ball. 22 of 37 for 247 yards. It was just shy of 60% completion.
Yeah.
Throws for 3 touchdowns. Had a QBR of 106.5. Add to the top, like cherry on the top. 14 carries for another 56 yards rushing. Zy had a game.
Once again, over 300 all-purpose yards for the kiddo. He's 3 yards short of the passing threshold. I think we put it at 250 is where we set it out last year.
Yep.
So he's 3 yards short of that.
And the standard is the standard.
Standard's the standard.
We don't even cut the standard. We don't fudge the standard. Not even for my quarterback.
Not even for my quarterback. Listen, Zy, but Zy would have it no other way.
No way, man. He wants to, he if he's gonna get a sticker, he's gonna want to earn it.
Yeah, he's gonna want to earn it. So the 2 stickers, the touchdown and the QB rate. Yep. Like those are both really, really good. I mean, Zy did what he needed to do. He was a leader all night long. I was telling Greg Powers, shout out Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas football scout was out at our game on Friday night, just knowing that there were going to be D1 prospects littering the field.
Right.
And so he was there to cover it. Both sides of the ball.
Both sides.
Both teams. I was talking to him at halftime. Got a little break, stepped out from the booth, and was talking to him and Clark Miller. Shout out Clark Miller, a school board football fan aficionado. But we were talking, and I told him 2 of my favorite Zy plays of the entire night neither of them were completions. The first one was in the first half. Earlier in the first half, we were down attacking the north end zone, and he goes to scramble, sees 2 linebackers there about 10 yards downfield. Knows he could have gotten 5 or 6 yards on the scramble, right? Kept his eyes up and saw Cormon breaking across the end zone, stopped, reset his feet, made the throw. It ended up just being a little bit low and a little bit far for Cormon to get it. But that was one of my favorite plays of the night because made the decision of, yeah, I could get 5 yards, or I can give my receiver a chance to make a play. And that's when we've talked in the offseason about him growing in progression, that's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
His ability to master it and say, yeah, I'm fast enough to outrun pretty much any person on the field, but I'm also going to beat you with my mind now. And then the second one was he was escaping out of the pocket. Defensive tackle has a fistful of Zai's jersey, just grabbing him, trying to bring him down. And Zai gets outside the tackle box, sets his hips, and just throws it past the line of scrimmage and just throws it into the ground, gets the ball away, right? He's outside the tackle box, not intentional grounding. But he just said, I'm going to live to fight another down.
Yep.
Those two plays show the maturity that Zai is possessing this year. And if he's already doing that in game one, I can't wait for the rest of the season.
We said this a lot last year, and I think it's just we're going to carry it on into this year. Mm-hmm. He's a smart player.
He is. He's very cerebral.
He's smart in general, but he's a smart player. Mm-hmm. And you can start to see some of that come out. Like, yeah, is he coached well? Yes. 100%. Coached well. But
I guess Coach Rigg and Coach Parr are doing a good job.
I guess we can say good things about them.
Listen,
I don't want to be on the bad side of either one of them. So.
You guys can have a sticker for your helmets.
There we go. But yeah, Zai just has an ability to comprehend, and I think it's starting to pay some dividends for him. Mm-hmm. And I think you're going to see more and more of that as the year goes on. So, man, he had a great night. That was a good night against a quality team and a quality defense.
100%, right? Like, there are some people that wanted to make the noise, oh, well, you guys were playing a small private school. Like, no, come on. They play in the largest division of TAPS, and they're constantly sending D1 players there. They're not going to schedule this game if they felt like it was just a bad matchup for them. That was a heck of a matchup. And it was really, really cool. The next thing I want to shout out is number 3 freshman, Cormon Houston. Boy, did he have a statement game. He came out and made his presence known. Listen, Cormon had 6 catches for 61 yards on the night. That was 10.2 yards per carry average. He had a long catch of 16 for 2 TDs. That first one was that little bubble screen action to the outside. They threw it out to the outside. He cuts back inside, and holy cow, did the right half of the line from Peyton Miller to our right tackle just absolutely pull and lead that block. Peyton's just straight up put a kid 6 feet under.
Peyton all night, bro. All night. He was on a mission game one.
Yeah.
The amount of times I watched him, occasionally I get camera angles that are just funky just because I want to.
Yep.
And I'm zoomed in on the line on the line of scrimmage, and you get the heads in there, you get them in stance, and I just want to see the line clash. I want to watch that happen. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there was always a purple streak. He would come off that line and just
firing.
Dude, he was it was silly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was silly. He was physically punishing to that defensive line.
100%.
Physically punishing.
100%. And so his first touchdown is set up by really the line pulling and him just reading off the blocks well.
Yeah.
And Cormon, that was a great job by you to read off the blocks and make that run. And then the second one was I don't know how he came away with that ball. The second touchdown was to the pylons. Eyes kind of scrambling. Sees Cormon, throws it up there, and it's just a trust play.
I was sitting literally 10 feet from him when he made that catch. I couldn't. In fact, I was so close, I couldn't get the shot because my lens is got such a far throw on it. But I'm sitting right there as it's going down, and I thought, oh, this is a jump ball. Jump ball.
I thought it was going to be an interception. The way the DB broke on it right there.
He had inside. I mean, Cormon, look, I'm a fan of number 3.
Head tapper on that one right there.
Went up and won it.
He just said, I want this ball more than you. I'm going to get it. And listen, I'll say this. Cormon had a big night, and it could have been even bigger.
Much bigger.
A couple of, whether it was concentration errors or just getting excited, whatever it might have been, he did have a couple of drops in the second half. And part of what you'll discover is, we're not going to shy away from some of that stuff. We're never going to throw shade, right? Things happen.
The kid had a good night. 2 touchdowns and 61 yards for 6 catches. That's good.
Without Cormon, it's a whole different ball game. And so Cormon, you're going to walk away with 2 stickers on the night for your performance as a receiver in your debut game. Brother, I can't wait to see what comes the rest of the season as you continue to get more and more comfortable.
Yeah,
it's going to be awesome.
Yep. And look, I'm gonna transition us into the next sticker.
Come on.
Look, Ace, the surgeon trailer.
Yes, sir.
I'm this guy.
Yes, sir.
Golly, man. Number 7. First of all, can I just say I saw him everywhere.
Everywhere. He's getting a sticker for all phases of the ball.
Yeah.
Today, by
like
the way.
he literally played on all sides of the ball. Like, it was just crazy watching Ace last night. 10 catches, 92 yards with a long of 19 on the night. He's going to get a sticker for double-digit catches. It was a typical Ace night. Mm-hmm. He's a workhorse. He is, and we call him the surgeon for a reason. In and out of his breaks, like nobody else. The Surgeon General. In and out of his breaks like nobody else. Like just a precision route runner. Like, the guy is just so clean, and absolutely maybe one of the best teammates out of all the guys. Like, he is an absolute, like, first class stand up dude in every way.
Stud of a human being.
Yep.
He was killing them on those out routes. 6-7 yards a pop, just out route. We had that drive to end the half where we ended up scoring to go up 28-14, and it was just out route. Ace out route. Ace out route. Ace out route. Just the entire time into their sideline. Out route, 7 yards. Out route, 4 yards. Out route, 9 yards. Out route, another first down. It was like, okay, Ace, just kill him with it then. Just do it.
If they can't stop it, keep with it.
For real. Our next guy, though, and last offensive guy we're going to shout out the night was another dude that they just couldn't stop, was number 9, Rowan Nylander. He's going to get one sticker on the night. Fell just a bit short of that 100-yard mark. He had 6 catches for 94 yards. It's a 15.7 yards per catch average, with a long of 36, and then he had that big opening touchdown. Rowan, I'm not sure what you did to them, but they just forgot to cover you. They forgot to cover you,
bro. Rowan,
they went to the school of the DBs who can't cover well, I guess. Shout out to Alonzo, the school of DBs who can't cover well on that particular play, and he was just opening the seam, and I think Zai was shocked. Zai, I can't remember if he looked right first on the read, and then he came back to the left and was like, "Really, nobody's covering Rowan? I'm just gonna throw it up to him," and like didn't even have to lead him. He had so much room. Rowan just basically got to stop, catch the ball, turn, and like run, and nobody's within 7-8 yards of him.
He had time to turn and find our camera and go, "I'm really, really good looking," and then go.
Did he turn left or did he turn right?
It didn't matter because he's really, really good looking. Nobody else is going to remember. We'll probably tell that story
shout out Zoolander.
Yeah, shout out Zoolander on that one. But man, it was a great game for him. He's another one of those guys. You know, him and Ace in a lot of ways are really similar. Mm-hmm. They've got a lot of similarities between the two of them. But I will say that Rowan there's a fearlessness to him that I think sets him apart. You know, as schools are starting to look at him and pay attention to him, they're going to find that this kid just has that sense of just absolute throw caution to the wind.
Hey, listen, if I'm going to say you can shoot it down right here live on the broadcast, okay?
Okay.
If Ace is the Surgeon General, then Rowan's the scalpel. Rowan's the scalpel. He's just going to make the cuts that need to be made, and all of a sudden you look and it's like, oh, the job's been done.
Yeah. You can't argue with his production, and again, we're in a situation where I think he would have broke the 100 yards, you know, with a couple plays where he concentrates and brings in the catch.
Yeah.
There were just a couple miscues, and I think a lot of that, chalk that up to first game, chalk it up to nerves, the crowd. There was a lot going on, and it was a really great test for our guys, and I think it's going to pave the way for, I think, a really great second contest. But Rowan, congratulations, man. Good night.
There you go. Well, hey, that's the offense.
It's time to talk about defense.
Let's do it.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life. From no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another. And much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, well, we're back after just a quick word, I believe, from Farmers Bank and Trust right there. Once again, thank you, Farmers, for sponsoring our network for this year. We're excited about that partnership. Just like we're excited about, we get to talk about another name, new name on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh,
but
yeah,
an old name
on the
we've already talked about.
Yep.
Number 7, Ace Traylor. We said he's willing to do everything. He's a great teammate. So I'm gonna say this. He reminds me of a lot of Chumley in that regard, right? he wants to do whatever it takes to win. And we have a lot of guys that want to do that. Rowan crossed over to the defense, Nylander.
Yep.
Zai crossed over the defense, came downhill and laid a hit on somebody.
Jaden Parker plays on both sides of the ball.
Jaden Parker. All of these guys are willing.
A lot of guys.
All of these guys are willing to do what it takes to just win. I know Peyton Miller's like, I'll go pay. Yeah, I said Ty already.
Okay.
Peyton's willing to go play nose tackle if he's got to do it. But Ace Traylor gets an interception at the end of the first half, so he's going to get his first defensive sticker of the season.
Hey, let's go.
So he's got the offensive sticker, the team win sticker, the defensive sticker. He's got a special team something or other coming here in just a little while. But he gets the interception at the end of the first half where they're running the Hail Mary play, and we run that prevent defense, and Ace just goes up and says, "Hey, I'm gonna grab this ball. I'm gonna be the receiver here, and I'm gonna win at the end of the half and not give them a chance to go into the halftime with it only being a 1-score game." And so great job by Ace Traylor to intercept that ball at the end of the half. I messaged him and was like, "Hey, you had the interception, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, I had it. I said, "Okay, good. Listen, Ace, we wanted to make sure we got all your stickers for you." So he's a good dude. But Ace is going to walk away with a defensive sticker, his first one on that side of the ball this season.
Speaking of a first one, we're going to roll right into this kid.
He's a big human being.
Big human being. Number 11, Jaden Parker. Look, Arizona, I don't know if you know this or not, but you're getting the real deal. This kid is something, man.
Yes.
And he's just getting started, I think, here. This is a great warm-up. This is a great introduction. He ran the ball just shy of probably some sticker-worthy stuff on the offensive side.
I can tell you, he was 7 for 28 with a long of 13 yards. Yeah. We really brought him in. He was a move the chains guy for us on that side of the ball.
And he did it, too. And I get it. When you get a human with the ball running at you with that size, that space, that strength, who wants to stand in front of that,
Correct.
There weren't many guys that, and to their credit, they tried, and he hit them very hard. Very hard.
We had one where they called a false start on Rowan. And
I remember that. Rowan is like, what?
He's like, what did I do? I didn't even move. It was a run up the middle. I didn't even go anywhere. How do I have a flag? But he picked up the first down. They called the false start, and we just ran the same play. Instead of 2nd and 2 or whatever it was 2nd and 7. And he's like, okay, I'll just pick up 13.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll just casually get 13.
Cool. Thanks for the stat padding.
Well, look, Jaden, afterwards, we do post-game interviews. We didn't get a chance to put those out this week. Speaking of, what we do with Coyote Football Network funds, we're in the process of getting some new lights. So if Jaden was one of those guys where the lights weren't working well, and so the interview wasn't going to be worth putting out based on the quality. But
yeah, Jaden, we owe you an interview.
It'll
happen. We know we'll have the chance.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I will say that he understands his role on the team. He understands his place. He speaks of team. I kept asking questions, the me kind of questions, and he kept bringing it back to team. And look, I want to do what I can for this team. I want this team to win. I want us to win. I want to see us. And there was a lot of us and team talk, which
I love it.
Man, me too. Especially for a kid who's new in the program. He comes in and by all rights has there's a lot to talk about him because of his size, because of his capabilities, because of his athletic prowess. Yeah, of course, but we see a little bit of maturation here, and I hope he keeps growing in that. I hope he keeps taking that next step. You're going to get a sticker on the defensive side of the ball for a pass breakup. But I will say that there were a lot of moments in that game where we're going to talk a lot more about this kid as the season goes on.
We sure are. We sure are.
He's going to get a lot of stickers on the year.
He was kind of roaming the middle of our defense, and they were intentionally attacking the perimeters, the outsides, posts, flag routes, slants to Cooper Winton, and so Jaden wasn't involved in that aspect, but he had that pass breakup. That was a big one by him. He walked away with 5 tackles, but his presence was felt, and he was just a clog in the middle that they didn't want to run to. Their running plays were all bounces to the outside, trying to speed away from where Jaden was for a reason, because that dude, when he gets ahead of steam, he had a hit on Friday night that I was like, up in the booth, I was like, oh, that hurt.
There were a couple guys. We're going to talk about him later, but
he delivered somebody into the Liberty Christian sideline, and I was like, oh, he's probably just going to go get some water and take a play off.
Guys, we're just going to say this right now. We're going to put it out there. If you lay the lumber, if you put it on somebody, we're going to talk about it because we love it.
Yeah.
We love watching guys get hit out of their pads, and several guys last night looked like they'd been waiting all summer, right, to hit somebody. And Jaden was one of them. And that was one of those hits. Dude, that was ugly. And I felt for that kid instantly. Like, oh my gosh.
And the reason we celebrate that is because that's football.
That's football,
right?
Baby.
Listen, basketball is a contact sport. Football is a violent sport.
Yeah.
It just by nature and definition is, and that's the difference. Football is not merely a contact sport. That's what basketball is.
Yeah.
Football is violent by nature. It's guys going out there and hitting each other, right? And so like, it's fun to see some of that stuff.
Look, and I know people freak out because we're pastors, and how can you encourage that? It's easy, man. And I take it a step further. A friend up in the Northwest I talk to about this all the time. It's like, and I've told other guys who graduated from the program, it's like, God gave you a gift that He never gave me. Right? He gave you this size. He gave you this ability to play this game. He gave you these metrics, these things that I'm 5'6" and way out of shape and would have never made a good football player, period, based on the metrics that I've been born into.
But you're a Spartan.
I am a Spartan. And that was thanks to you. But I am not
story.
I am not a football player. And there's a part of me that I would have loved to have been, but I wasn't given those gifts. I wasn't given that skill. Here's the thing. These guys can use these things to the glory of God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I look, you can use this to, move yourself, promote yourself. I think, look, there's nothing wrong with that. This is a business in the end. The older they get, the more business it becomes.
I mean,
right?
NILs and all that stuff, 100%, right?
Yeah, and we're probably not, and this is a way off the track subject, right? We're probably not that far from a lot of that. But the reality is you got to take care of yourself. And the process of doing that and playing this game, you're going to earn a platform. You're going to earn a right to speak. You're going to earn a right to represent things, and so go out, play well, use the gifts you've been given, right? And do great things. I'm getting excited about it. I'm going to slam that Farmers Bank and Trust mug on the ground.
Dan, we might need a new one.
That's right. Go play, man, and use the gifts you're given. Don't hold back. It's a violent game. But in the end, you wear those protections for a reason. You have helmets and pads and all that stuff for a reason. It's to mitigate the risk. So go all out. Go all out, man. Go all out.
Yeah.
Because when you do, we get to see those incredible things like Jaden Parker showed us.
Yep, Jaden Parker showed us cool stuff, but also
a lot of guys.
Zay Flanagan. Listen, I talked to him last year.
Come on, Zay.
He was like, our Xavier. He was like, hey, can you just call me Zay? And I was like, sure. But it was hard because we also had Zay Gentry last year, right?
Yep.
Zay Gentry moved on, and Zay Flanagan, like, dude, you had yourself a ball game on Friday night. You showed up. I felt like every time I looked up, you were in the hip pocket of the receiver you were covering.
Yep.
Man, like you were a monster. You were tied for third on the team with 6 total tackles. And so remember, our threshold is if you're in the top 3 tackles or double digits, if we have 4, 5, 6 people with double digit tackles, you get a sticker. So he was tied for the third on the team with 6 total tackles, and he had that pass breakup where I'm going to be honest. I said it after the game, Zay. That was offensive pass interference. Right, it was thrown to his right hand. The receiver grabbed his left arm to clamp it down because it was thrown right at Zay. And I got to believe if Zay catches that and he makes that first receiver behind him miss, Zay, you're probably at the house for a pick 6.
He wouldn't have stopped till McKinney.
Yep. Well, he was running to the north end, so it would have been Van Alstyne.
So you would have been in VA before it was all over, brother.
Yep, easily in VA. But that's the kind of game that, dude, Zay, you stepped up and you balled out, and it was so cool to see your growth from moving from the offensive side of the ball a couple of years ago where you're kind of breaking through as a receiver to now being a DB that's in dude's hip pockets to where the quarterback has no choice but to throw it basically to you because you're mirroring the route so well. And so, Mr. Flanagan, you're going to get 2 stickers on the night for your performance with tackles in the pass breakup, and keep going, brother. I can't wait to see how many more stickers we're going to give to you throughout the course of the season.
Yeah, so let's transition to number 15, Ryan Susumi, better known as Tsunami. Let's go, Tsunami.
That by the way, that unison was not planned. It just happens.
we just good like that. Look, Ryan, we're gonna hit you with 3 stickers this week. 6 total tackles, which was third on the team, tied for third on the team. You got a tackle for loss and a pass breakup. Look, I really feel like Ryan. We talk about kids growing over the summer. Ryan's one of those kids who I feel like has dramatically improved. Yeah, dude. Like, dude got jacked.
He gained like 15, 20 pounds since last season.
Dude got jacked. I don't know what they fed him in the Sasumi house, but man, you came to play, brother, and you had such a good game. It was so much fun to watch.
How many jars of Mass Gainer did you go through, Ryan? Like, geez Louise, how many peanut butter sandwiches and Mass Gainer shakes did you have over the summer?
We talked about this at the end of last year off camera a lot. We talked about how that the linebacking core was going to have to come back bigger, right? That was a big thing. And look, I will say last year this time there was so many nerves. There were so many question marks about defense. We had a new DC. Like, there were so many question marks.
11 new starters.
11 new, yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. There were just so many question marks about where we were last year. Coming into this season, the defense there was just such a different place. Everything felt different. And then when you came in after summer and you started seeing these guys, and it started becoming very clear, these guys are bigger. You know, JoJo, Ryan. Right, you see Cash Williams, Brennan,
AC's bigger.
AC came in. I mean, all these guys. Aiden Palmer's healthy and back, and like you start to see some of these guys who contributed and were so important to the team last year come back bigger, faster, stronger. How much bigger, faster, stronger? Noticeably, and noticeably more confident. 100%, dude. So we talk about the DC in Severe, and now he's had time. These kids have had time. The joy for me is watching some of these guys who it's just clicked for them, right? And they're mini field generals because they've got it, and you can see they've got it
100%.
And their teammates know they've got it. Like,
yes.
and they're holding these kids are growing up into men right before your eyes, and they're holding people to the standard, right? And the standard is excellence, period. Do the job in front of you. You can't do my job, but you got to do yours.
Yep.
Right? And these guys are doing that. They're by gaining weight, getting stronger. They're in the gym. They're doing everything they need to do. And I think Ryan happens to be exemplary of that. Like, he an incredible example of that. 3 stickers, incredible night. Hats off, my man.
Yeah,
that was a great game.
He did a great job of setting the weak side, right? They tried to run quite a few reverses and little sneak them out to the place to the weak side with the running back, with Cooper, with whoever.
Yep.
And Ryan just about every time was there to set the weak side. He was not getting sucked in, and that's what we talk about. And then he was strong enough to fight off a blocker and get to the ball carrier, where maybe last year he's not getting off the blocker with as much force to give that initial hit to the ball carrier to where the ball carrier just stood up in his tracks.
Yep.
Right. And this year he's doing that. That's so cool to see.
I love that he got to do that in front of their bench, by the way.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah. Hey, our next guy, number 17, the Red Rocket.
The Red Rocket.
Red Rocket. Josiah JoJo Smith.
Blasted off.
Once again, led the team in tackles, led our defensive side of the ball in stickers. Listen, hey, Chris Smith, his dad put out a tweet and said, listen, I'm not going to be apologetic anymore. He led the team in tackles last year, led the team in tackles again on Friday night. I'm going to shout his name out. Hey, Mr. Chris Smith, Mojo, we're right here with you, bro. We're going to sing those praises of JoJo in the same way. He led the team with 11 total tackles. He had a pass breakup.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, a fumble recovery for a scoop and score. Scoop and score. I mean, listen, JoJo was everywhere.
We're so stupid.
I never claimed to be anything other than that.
Oh, gosh, we're so dumb. We're so dumb. Thanks for watching. I don't know why you do, but thank you so much.
Like, comment, and subscribe, please.
That's right. Please subscribe and get a friend to come with you.
Just show them this clip.
So JoJo. Sorry, I digress.
JoJo was awesome. Literal hair on fire, and not just because he's a redhead, but because he was running around. There was a play towards the far sideline, towards Liberty Christian sideline, where the ball carrier is running kind of almost one of our bubble screens that we like to run. And JoJo comes downhill in pursuit. The outside receiver for Liberty Christian's got a block on our DB. And JoJo basically just hurdles over the wide receiver and our DB and says, I'm just going to make the tackle. I'm just going to do it. And that's the kind of like will and desire he has. And dude's a missile. Right? We talked a few years ago about Grant Cerveny being a missile and Jamison Adams like laying wood, and JoJo's in that same line. And it's so fun to see this dude.
And I think that's rarefied air. That guy was a great player. Mm-hmm. You know, from a safety perspective, he was a guy who would sacrifice and lay it all on the line for the team. And yes. I see JoJo 100%
Yes.
embracing that role.
We don't put guys in the same vein as Cerveny and Jamison Adams
Very often.
just flippantly.
Nope.
JoJo, to me, has stepped into that.
Yep.
And college coaches, come get him early.
Yep.
Come get him early, because schools are going to come want him. And so you better be one of those first schools on board to say, hey, we want you, because that dude's he's only going to continue to get bigger, faster, and stronger. Like his build out has just begun.
Yep.
And he's fast. He's one of the fastest kids on the team.
I know.
So-
We got to get some of that catapult data on him, man, because I think it would be compelling to see some of that stuff.
So
but,
JoJo, 4 stickers on the night to lead the defense with the number of stickers, brother.
all right,
Great job.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna bring it. Money. Number 25, Cash Williams. 2 stickers, Cash. 2 stickers. Look, one of my favorite things from Cash came in the post game interviews that we couldn't put out, and he said
The interviews that never were.
The interviews that never were. And it's probably good, because one of the things he said was, he goes, Coach Parr always talks about winning the game from being mentally tough. And he said by the end of the night, I had a dude in tears.
Yes.
He said, I had a dude in tears by the end of the night, and it's only because I've been prepared to be mentally tough.
It was the
right?
left tackle, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Left guard, left tackle.
He said, that's my message for people right now is be mentally tough. Learn to be tough. Learn. Yeah, it's ugly in the trenches. They say things they shouldn't say. That's the game. That's the way the game is played. They're trying to get in their heads. They're trying to play a psychological game against those linemen, and it is nasty, man, and it is ugly. And I cannot begin to highlight enough the strength that a young man has to be able to push that where it belongs and to go do their job. Over and over and over again, in the face of that, over and over and over again. Cash gets off the field, and the first thing he talks about, I won the war. I'm like, yes, you did. Yes,
he
you
sure
did. Two stickers for Cash, a tackle for loss, a pass breakup. Gosh, dude, you and Banks, which we haven't really said, Caden just fell short of our stat thresholds, but
he had some big plays too, though.
Those guys were in the backfield, and half a step, maybe a step more, and there would have been some really, really catastrophic things in terms of the Liberty offense, because they were close so much.
Yes.
Hurries all around. There were hurries all around for these guys. Cash, you had an incredible game. The tackle for loss, pass breakup. I mean, you won the war. You said it perfect.
Yeah.
I can't really add anything more to that. You won the war, and it showed. And, man, we are so proud of you, bud.
Yeah, that pass breakup, I don't know whether it was technically gets scored as a pass breakup or not. It was, he's literally hitting Quinn and grabbing his arm because Quinn had to climb up in the pocket and start to scramble, because Cash was just like, I'm putting this left tackle on a pretzel. I'm just going to run all around him, and I'm just going to get the pressure. And he did that and gets Quinn's arm as he's trying to throw it, and it falls like 5 yards short of the receiver, which for Quinn Murphy, the ball did not fall short of his intended targets like that pretty much all night long. And it was because Cash got the pressure, and I was like, this has to be a sticker. It has to be.
Yep.
And there was one drive there in the fourth quarter. They were making a drive, and Cash just decided, nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with you guys having time in the pocket, and I'm just going to win the battle on the left side of the offensive line, right side of the defensive line. I'm just going to win the war, and he did that. Cash, great job. Hey, another guy that came ready to win the war, looks bigger, moved from a linebacker to a safety spot this year.
Wow.
Knows the defense in and out, by the way. He's
one of the field generals, for sure.
Without a doubt, he's like a defensive quarterback for Coach Sevier, and there's a lot of comfort level there. Number 30, Brennan Williams. You're going to walk away with 3 stickers. 7 total tackles, was second on the team. Talk about hits.
He established himself early. I can't remember what play it was off the top, but it was early. He hit a kid so hard. I've got a viewfinder on my camera, and I'm watching. I see it about to happen. And I abandoned the camera altogether just so I could watch the play. I forgot. I'm sorry I missed that play, but we have another camera that probably got it. Hopefully got it. But, man, you hit him so hard. I felt it, and I was 40 yards away, zoomed in max, right? Like as far as I could possibly go. I was so far away from that play, and I felt it.
Bro, I was up in the booth calling the game, and I went, whoa! Like, I literally jumped backwards, and I think the students behind me that were running some of the soundboards were like, what's gotten into this guy? And it was Brennan Williams
did.
hitting.
Three stickers for him.
Yep. So
Three stickers.
7 tackles was second on the team. He gets a tackle for a loss, and he gets a pass breakup. And he's another dude like Brendan. I know this is just the start of your senior year for you. I can't wait to see how you – I don't know how you can get more comfortable, but I know you will find a way. And I don't know how you can hit harder, but I know you'll find a way.
Yeah.
And like, by the way, we talk about Caden Banks fell short in a couple of them. Draylon McMahon, Corday Young.
Draylon too.
Like
for sure.
Quan Young. Like Austin Crowley's coming back and looking to get healthy and was probably on a little bit of a snap count. And, but when he was
we
out
had a couple
there,
guys that way.
when he was out there, he knew what he was doing. And like this defense is only going to continue to get better. So listen, that's our defense. We got one more unit to talk about.
Let's get the special teams, baby.
Let's do it.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life. From no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another. And much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, we're back. Special teams, man. Here we go. We've talked about this guy in every phase of the game,
We sure have.
and we're gonna hit him up right up front here.
One more
Ace
time?
Trailer,
Number 7.
number 7.
Surgeon General.
The Surgeon General shows up in a punting situation and says, "Not today. Not today. It's not going to happen today. I'm going to get my hand on it. We're going to break this thing up. We're going to do something nasty, and we're going to make them pay for being slow because they just didn't get it off in time because Ace is just that way. He's just that guy. Ace is just that guy. Bottom line. Pass, punt block, and that's what he's going to get a sticker for on special teams. Incredible play. When we talk about everything counts, right? Everything counts. That was huge. That's a big moment looking back on this game. That's a big moment.
I think we can officially say we have our first Surgeon General warning of the season. Ace is here.
Yes.
He's a man possessed this year. You got to figure out what to do with him. Listen, we already know that other coaches watch our shows.
Yeah.
I'll just say it. Like you're gonna watch. The coaches are gonna watch the film. It's not a secret, right? I'm not saying anything they can't figure out. But the Surgeon General has issued a warning.
Yeah.
And you best pay attention or you will pay.
The warning is number 7, Ace Trailer, is dangerous.
He's a problem.
He's dangerous. You better account for him. Every time he's on the field, you better account for him or he is going to mess up your plan.
Yep. And to coaches at the next level, he's also given a Surgeon General warning. Come get him.
Yeah, let's go.
Come get him.
Let's go.
Come get him. Hey, the other part of our special teams are going to get stickers is all kind of a bundle.
Yes.
It's a package deal. So we'll talk about them all in one, and they all go together. It's number 9, Rowan Nylander. He's going to get 2 special team stickers. Number 54, Peyton Miller. He's going to get 2 special team stickers. And number 82, simply call him Dez. Desmar Marroquin. He's going to get 2 stickers. Number 82, Dez.
Look, Dez had you can't talk about this game without talking about the ice in that kid's veins. That was a big moment to get out and to kick a field goal in the moment and the time that he did, and to do it the way he did, especially after that first kick.
That first extra point was just kind of scrape by.
Ooh, sideways. I thought it was spinning through like this. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get an interview of him one day and he can kind of fill us in. I thought it might have been a holding issue, like a holder issue. I don't know, but because I was way down on the other end, I couldn't see it that well. But yeah, man, Dez, great game. You know, it's one of the hard. We've talked about this before. Kicking's one of the hardest parts of the game in terms of, you know, feeling like you're part of the team, being left on an island, right? I mean, the pressure, right? Outside of quarterback, that moment, I don't know that there's that pressure is unique.
Yeah.
When you're trotted out there to kick a field goal to take a lead or to win a game or man, and that pressure is unique. And Dez stepped up, kind of went through his motions. That's all you can do. Just go through the motions. Do what you do 1,000 times and just do it one more time. And you did it. And it was the difference. It was the difference in a really close contest, in a really close game. And Dez executed, and we get to walk away with a win.
The standard is perfection. Yep. For extra points and field goals. That's just straight up the standard.
It's the sticker standard, and it's the team standard.
And it takes Dez kicking it It takes Rowan holding it. It takes Peyton executing the snap. It takes all of the linemen, on the line blocking as well and giving some time. But we specifically give those middle three the stickers because if the snap isn't there, the hold isn't there. Rowan had a couple of nice ones where he went up and got it down in time.
Had to
for
get up
Dez.
high, yeah.
And so
No shade, Peyton.
standard.
No shade, Peyton.
No
It
shade.
got there.
He's gotten his 2 stickers.
Yeah, that's right.
He's getting his 2 stickers. So that's our special teams unit. They're gonna bundle together and get a couple of stickers
That's
on
cool,
the night.
man.
Just a reminder, everybody for the win gets a sticker.
That's right.
Right. So non-district games, you get a sticker. District wins, you get 2. Right, a little bit more motivation. Go get those double stickers for the district wins. Man, listen, that was a heck of a week 1. It was a lot of fun.
Week number 2 is not going to be a slouch either.
No,
we got a team coming in from Gilbert, Arizona. The Highland Hawks are going to come in. They're going to spend some time up in Texas, so we'll have that opportunity to see a little bit of Arizona versus Texas football, baby. Here we go.
Action.
Here we go.
It's always fun when you get these teams that come in from out of state. It kind of makes it like a little bit more pomp and circumstance to the game. It'll be fun. So here's what I'll say. We've got a lot of content that, and a lot of time we'll talk about the Highland Hawks, right? We've got the coaches show coming Wednesday before the game over at Texas Roadhouse. We start getting there at 6:30. Get your seats. Listen, we know that the sound all the way to the back was a little bit quiet. We've already got a solution for that this week. I'll tell you that right now.
Yep.
We've got the solution for that. And so come hear the coaches talk about a little bit about week 1, some stuff about week 2, so that you're all prepared when it comes time for kickoff against Highlands High School. So coaches show Wednesday, week 1, week 2. Come tailgate with us on Friday.
Let's go. Come on out. Look, you can't get better than Wednesday nights. Roadhouse was really great to us.
Phenomenal.
Really great to us. So
had so much fun there.
Come out, support them, get a great meal, listen to the coaches show, see the coaches show if you're close enough. If not, you'll be able to hear it because we're going to make some changes, like you said, and then let that be the precursor to your tailgate party, man. And then get out there early. Come celebrate those Coyotes as they walk into the stadium for the Coyote Walk, and let's just keep making this whole thing a vibe, man. Let's vibe it out.
Hey, Walking Frito Pies is at the Pin Oaks booth this week.
Hey.
So if you're like, hey, I'm hungry, still go spend some money at the concession stand.
For
still
sure.
get your waters and halftime nachos because we know you're hungry by then too.
Yep.
But we've got some Walking Frito Pies. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have our radar gun up. See who the fastest or hardest throwing arm is out there. Maybe have some divisions, adults and 18 to whatever. And,
we'll figure that out.
We'll make it some fun. But come tailgate, and then of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys.
Come on, let's
go. What are we
go.
doing? Like we want to get to 500 before we.
I want
600.
600. 500's too easy. I want 600. Let's go. There ain't no reason with as many people as we have on our side, we shouldn't have 600 subscriptions by week 3.
Once again,
let's go.
It's free to you guys. All it does is like help promote the channel so that people can find it
and find these kids and all the stuff they're doing. So, last shout out to Farmers Bank and Trust. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do what we always do in our channel.
Let's do it.
We're going to end with Coyotes on 3. You ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Go Coyotes.